Well, a surprise could soon be coming to your mailbox, and we're not talking about the good kind either. Hurricanes Katrina, Irene, and Sandy have wiped out FEMA. The agency is broke, and it's looking to get out of the red by upping the flood insurance premiums on millions of homeowners, thousands of which are right here in the capital region. And Jennifer Lucia has been speaking with those affected by these skyrocketing rates, and she joins us now with more on how they plan on handling these massive bills they're facing. Jen.
Well, Liz, this is an issue we've been reporting on for months. Those who are required to have flood insurance are seeing their premiums double this year compared to last. And then there are those that were never even in a flood zone who are now being added to one under these new maps that FEMA has drawn. The whole situation has a lot of homeowners panicked, wondering how they're going to be able to stay in their homes.
Judy GREENWALT has lived in front of Witches Brook in North Pownell, Vermont for 30 years. Because it's only about 30 yards away from her home, she's in a designated flood zone. She pays annually for flood insurance, but this year was shocked when she got her bill.
It goes from this $1,623 to $4,389.
When you got that bill, what went through your mind?
I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I don't have that kind of money. Nobody has that kind of money to fork out all at once. And yeah, you have escrow in your mortgage, but nobody has that amount of escrow.
After Katrina, Lee, Irene, and Sandy, FEMA is deep in the red. It shelled out way more money than it took in from flood insurance premiums, and now as it looks to build back up the pot, the agency is redrawing flood maps across the country. Many folks like Judy are having their designations change. She went from a moderate risk to a high risk, despite the fact she's never had a flooding problem here.
This is what I call extortion, these rates.
Over the past several months, we've spoken with a number of folks locally who feel the same way.
It's going to push some of us who won't be able to afford it. Myself, and you know, like I said, I'm a single parent. I mean, I'm doing what I can.
It's almost 5 times what my homeowner's policy is. It just keeps, where's it going to stop?
FEMA says these new rates better reflect the actual cost of building and rebuilding in flood-prone areas. But those who live in areas that haven't actually seen any flooding think it's more of a money grab.
This is a mountain town. You know, this is not the beach where you've got sandy beaches and you've got all the tides coming in and out every day.
Judy's not sure how she'll make ends meet.
You're not going to have money for your lights, your fuel, your food, and do you think the government's going to help people? They are not.
Now, maybe some good news here. A bill was introduced last week that would delay these massive flood insurance rate hikes for the next 4 years until FEMA can better study the new flood maps it's drawn and the affordability of the premiums that they're asking for. Senator Schumer from New York is a sponsor of that bill, and his office tells me they are trying to get it passed as soon as possible. Liz.
And I know a lot of people, a lot of these homeowners have already had to pay these higher rates. Would Schumer's bill work retroactively?
Yeah, Liz, if passed, it will work retroactively, and those who've already had to pay more will be able to get a refund on the higher premiums. Because remember, if you have a mortgage on your home and you're in a flood zone, you are required to get this flood insurance. So homeowners have really been at the mercy of FEMA in setting these rates. And again, this bill would just delay the increase, even if it's passed, and chances are in another 3 or 4 years we'll be right back to this point. But they're hoping with this delay, FEMA can take a better, closer look at the whole flood insurance policy nationwide and see if they can come up with a better solution.
Yeah, but one would assume that it's not going to help their financial problems, and they're going to get it somewhere. So
right, and it actually the money then when they have a $25 million in the red right now default, and what they do is they go back to the taxpayers, and we all pay for it, even the people who are not in a flood zone. So there does have to be a better system. It's just a matter of sort of easing those increases in, as opposed to something like this where you see double in 1 year and people just can't afford it.
Yeah. All right, Jen Lukey, thanks very much.